Hey, what's up guys, it's Apologia here, back with the final part of What If Naruto Was OP and Loved. This is the part 10th of this series. Before continuing anything, I would like to apologize to you guys for not uploading for the past 15 days. And as well as, I would like you guys to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. It has been 1 month since Akatsuki meeting. Orochimaru has joined them for his own gains. Now back at Konoha, Naruto was enjoying his life alongside his wives and children. His family and clan has grown over the years. Naruto was now an elite jonin, along with his wives Sakura, Sasuke, Tanya, Hana, Yujito, Gaara, Fu, Ino, Kurtsuchi, Katsumi. They all were taking missions at least up to A to S ranks without failure. Naruto's sisters Naruko and Mito were also joining and were very possessive of their by I mean Naruto's children. They also had married Naruto married Neji and had 1-year-old daughter Nejiko, and Mito married to Shikamaru and had a son named Minamaru. It was a peaceful day at Konoha. Citizens were walking and shopping on the streets. Suddenly, boom, a large explosion erupted from main gates. There were 10 figures standing there as the ninjas Naruto, Minato, and Jiraiya such as Anbu or so, arrived there in a heartbeat. Others were evacuating the citizens after the smoke cleared. Jiraiya and Minato narrowed their eyes at the figures. First, Jiraiya spoke. It has been a long time, Yahiko. Conan. Where is Nagato? He's dead, Sensei. Now the only one alive is Pain, said Yahiko, as Conan stood there in silence, as Jiraiya had a pained expression on his face for his fallen student, before he got serious and looked at his former teammate. It really had to come to this, didn't it, Orochimaru? Orochimaru smirked. I believe it had to, as all of them charged at each other. Jiraiya and Minato alongside Naruto went into complete sage mode and rushed them alongside Anbu and ninjas. The six paths of pain alongside with Kisame Tobi also rushed them. Tobi was fighting a female Anbu with brown short hair, Jiraiya with Orochimaru, Kisame with other ninjas and Anbu, while Minato and Naruto alongside his shadow clones with Konan and six paths of pain. The fight was raging on. After an hour Kisame was taken down. Orochimaru, not being able to use Snake Sage mode because of his body transplantation or so, was restrained and then killed. All that left were Paths of Pain and Toby alongside Conan. Toby was still fighting Anbu Konoichi, and he was not pleased to say at least. The Konoichi was giving him a hard time somehow by using twin blade style kenjutsu. Toby slash Obito getting pissed at and having enough of her punched her face, causing the mask to break. As the mask shattered, revealing the Konoichi's face, Toby slash Obito froze as he saw a ghost. At least that's what he thought. And he then frantically began to yell, Kai, Kai, it's not possible. I saw you die with my own eyes. Kakashi killed you, yelled crying Obito as tears began to fall down his face. The Konoichi said, What do you mean? Who are you? She questioned the orange masked man as he removed his mask, tears falling down his face. As he stared back at her, she gasped, covering her mouth with both hands, and tears forming in her eyes. Oh, Obito-kun, she said as she choked on her sob. The man known as Obito nodded while still crying, as he said with a broken smile, Hi Rin-chan. Flashback. After Kakashi put a Chidori through Rin, and he checked and thought she died at the spot, she awoke in her mindscape, in front of Isobu, the three-tailed Biju. Hello, child, he said to Rin. Three tails? Yes, child. My name is Isobu. I am sorry you had to go through that because of me. It is. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. I just wish I could have done more. She thought, giving him a broken smile, and a sad smile at that. After a moment of silence, the bijou glowed as he started to disappear and vanish. Thank you, child, for your services. As compensation, I have rebuilded your heart. Now go back to your village and live your life, child, as some people are waiting for you there, said Isabu as he disappeared, and Rin opened her eyes at the same place after getting up. She looked around and saw that the war was over. There were dead bodies all over there, and it was morning already. She rushed back to Konoha, but instead of going back to her sensei or teammate Kakashi, she went to Sarutobi, explained him everything, and asked him to train her. And after her training completed, she requested to be put into the Anbu under Sarutobi, as Sarutobi complied to her wishes, thinking that it's the least he could do for the girl from what she had suffered that day. And as from that day on, Rin died, and Parrot Anbu Konoichi was born. Flashback ended. But how? I saw you die, said Obito, now hugging her, as she explained him all the events before and after her quote-unquote killed and death. He nodded in relief, still shedding tears and thanking God for this as she hugged him back, now back with 6 parts of pain and Minato, Naruto. They were still fighting on. 4 parts of pain were destroyed, leaving Tendo and human path. Jiraiya was dealing with Conan now, as Kisame and Orochimaru were dealt with. You don't understand this, but your sacrifice will bring peace, as I, Pain no Kami, will be the one to bring it, said Tendo as Naruto narrowed his eyes at him. Like hell that will bring peace. That will only cause war, more pain, more suffering. Can't you see that? I mean, look around you. Haven't you caused enough pain? As they engaged again into ferocious battle. After 3 hours of continuous taijutsu, ninjutsu battle, Naruto was exhausted. Minato was also exhausted to the point of passing out. Back at Naruto and Pain. Alright, this ends here, said Naruto as he went into Sage KCM2 as he rushed at Pain at blinding speed with Rasen Shuriken in his hand as he destroyed the last Tendo Pain. Conan was knocked out by Jiraiya, leaving Nagato behind, enraged and alone. Naruto, after sensing Nagato's chakra being in Senjutsu Sage mode, went at to his direction. In a matter of minutes, Naruto was in front of Nagato. Tell me, Naruto Uzumaki, how can be peace achieved if my path of achieving it is wrong? Said tired Nagato, as a as his expression showed a broken and lost man, that has lost the will to live. As he was chakra exhausted as well due to the fight. By moving on, leaving past grudges into the past and focusing on future, one can achieve true peace within himself and within this world, replied Naruto. After a moment, I see. Now Nagato's thoughts. I have failed you, Yahiko, Konan, Sensei. It seems my path was the wrong path indeed. Naruto Uzumaki, I apologize for what pain I caused, and I have a request, said Nagato. What is it? Asked Naruto. After you use this last jutsu, take my eyes and implant them in yours. You don't have to take them out, kid, replied Kurama. With my help, you can use it as a Sharingan, activate it and deactivate it on its own will, said Kurama in its Naruto's mindscape. After talking to Kurama, Naruto nodded, and he accepted this. Nagato, after using this jutsu, he took his eyes out with his hands, and after giving them to Naruto, Nagato died at the spot. After giving Nagato a proper burial, he, with the help of Shadow Clones and Kurama, implanted Rinnegan within his own eyes. After a successful operation, the clones poofed away, and after 2 hours of rest, Naruto woke up and took out a kunai from his pouch, looked and held it in front of his face, looking at the kunai and put a pumping chakra into his eyes. They were purple with ripples in them. It was the Rinnegan. Naruto now possessed the Rinnegan as he smiled, and after deactivating them, he rushed back to the village, as everybody cheered for him. And so the rebuilding process of the village began. Time skip. 5 years later, Naruto had become the fifth Hokage, succeeding his father and two of his wives as his advisors. All the villages were allied together in a peace treaty. It was a peace all over, and Otsuzukis were also moved down to earth in Konoha as the daughter of granddaughter of the king was married to Naruto. His clan was restored and the world was finally at peace. And there were no Otsuzukis since him being married to Katsumi now. As with his regime, the Konoha and its allied shinobi villages thrive for success. This is where I will be leaving this story off. I hope you like this story. If you have any other suggestions, please comment down below and leave a like. And yeah, this is Apollo Chiha and I'm signing out.